Om Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is telling about his way in which he did the sadhana, spiritual practices. After the realization of God, how far below lie the Vedas, the Vedanta, the Purana, the Tantra? All looks like Vedas, this, that, all scriptures we read, Bible, Quran and all. Each religion, their own scriptures, Buddhistic scriptures, Zoroastrians, Judaism, they all have their scriptures. They read their scriptures till one sees God. Once they get the vision of God, once they get direct experience, after that, all this, no more reading. What he has experienced, he sees, he tells others. All this look so low. When the object is now in television, children see so many things, everything tempting them. But the room in which they are sitting and seeing, room is empty. So many items the television shows, and nothing is there. It is not, when the object is attained, what does it matter? What they show in the television. Like that, the seeing, hearing is one thing. When you get the object, anybody explaining what it is, some sweetmeat, one may go on explaining, it is done like that, it is done with so many materials, all this, everything they are explaining, but you will not know exactly what it is. But when it's placed in your hand, how it will be. It gives an entirely different picture. You see it in a different light, in a different, object is there. What does the advertisements or anything will do? It doesn't. After realization, how far below lie the Vedas and Vedanta, Purana and Tantra, Stuhasra, Sri Ramakrishna says, I can't utter the word Om in Samadhi. Why is that? I cannot say Om unless I come down very far from the state of Samadhi. Om is, now when I'm seeing God, I suppose I'm missing my child. I was going somewhere in some feast or somewhere, or in a large gathering, or in a forest I'm going and lose my child. Years pass in searching, it's not available, not available. Then suppose you meet him after a few years, how it will be? His name, his characteristics, he used to go on explaining to people. He was wearing this color of dress, he was looking like this. The photos he would show, have you seen, have you seen? When you see, all the explaining the signs and characteristics dissolve when you get back the object. Like that. We cannot utter Om in Samadhi. for whom the absolute existence we go there. After attaining the absolute existence, the name doesn't matter. Similarly, when the object dies also, the world has no more meaning. Suppose I have kept one person, my child, a particular name. Suppose that child dies, the letter has no meaning. The name has no more meaning for me because the object has gone. Similarly, object is attained, name is of no use. Whom cannot be attained in samadhi, and whom cannot be known who has not attained samadhi. It doesn't mean anything to him because you have never seen, you have never experienced what it is. Unless I come down very far from the state of samadhi, I cannot attain Om. I had all experiences that one should have according to the scriptures after one's direct perception of God, after perceiving God, what all they experience, what is the science they experience, he has experienced. I behaved like a child, like a madman, like a ghoul, and like an inert thing. I saw the various visions described in the scriptures. What all visions we get is explained. And that with those visions, suppose I am walking on the path, now I am going to Kailas Manasur. They will go on explaining, you will get this place, you will get this place, you will get that hill. When I am actually going, this was mentioned, I am passing through it, I am passing through it. Sometimes I saw universe filled with sparks of fire. Sometimes I saw the quarters glittering with light, as if the world were a lake of mercury. Sometimes I saw the world as if made up of liquid silver. Sometimes again I saw all the quarters illumined as if with the light of Roman candles. What all explanation you see, how it will be. So you see, my experiences tally with those described in the scriptures. Scriptures go on giving how it looks, how you, as you pass, how you experience it, and then you actually experience it. It was revealed to me further that God Himself has become the universe and all its living beings and the 24 cosmic principles, Chaturvimshati Tattva, with which the universe is made, and God revealed. God Himself has become all this. The whole universe is His made. It is just like exactly like a certain volume of water is going to become ice in a huge ocean. Now you see, ocean is there, water everywhere, water everywhere. And a portion becomes ice. It is water, but it's floating within the waters. Like that will be the experience. It was revealed to me, God Himself has become. The ocean itself has become wave. Wave is nothing but ocean. Ocean has become a wave. Ocean has become ice in certain parts. God has become everything. "24 cosmic principles with which the universe is done." So you see, my experience tally with the scriptures. It is like the process of evolution and involution. Footnote is there. That is to say, God Himself evolves as universe and at time of creation, and names and forms are involved back into the back into God at the time of dissolution, at the time of creation or manifest. Universe is manifesting. What substance is it is manifesting is going to be the same substance while returning. Evolution and involution. God has become the universe. The universe is going to dissolve and become God. Oh, what a state! God kept me in that at that time. One experience would hardly be over before another overcame me. One by one, experience following without break. It was like the movement of the husking machine. No sooner is one end down than the other goes up. Like a seesaw. One is coming down, another is going up. I would see God in meditation, in the state of samadhi, and I would see the same God when my mind came back to the outer world. When looking at this side of the mirror, I would see Him alone. And when looking on the other side, I saw God alone. In a mirror. Mirror is there, you see the object. Again, you see the object in the mirror also. Oh, same thing is there. Especially children are fascinated. Small children, they learn how to walk and all. They go and stand before the mirror. They can't see them. They have never seen themselves. But mirror is depicting them. What is it? It can recognize mother. Mother is seen as an object. They have never seen themselves as an object. Children. So they wonder at a new boy in their house. Small. Suppose 3 years old or 2 years old child or 1.5 year old child sees a mirror. In the mirror, when he sees himself, a new object has come to his house. And when he sees the mother, he sees in the mirror, and again he sees the mother here. Are there two mothers or what is happening? You see. He goes on seeing. What is it? It is mirror reflection, he doesn't understand. He slowly walks there, and that boy is also coming near. He touches and sees. Children, I enjoy that mirror. Till they little, one more year they will understand it's a mirror. The reflection is there. So Thakur says, if how it looks, a mirror, reality and the world looks same. Oh, it's exactly this also existing, that also is existing. This is constantly changing, that is unchanging. That's all the main difference. I would see God in meditation, in this state of samadhi. I would see the same God when my mind has come out to the world. In the waking state of the world, he sees God, and in samadhi also he sees the God. When looking at this side of the mirror, I would see Him alone, and when Looking on the other side, the reverse side, I see the same God. The devotees listen to these words with rapt attention. To the Mukherjee brothers, Captain is now really in the state of the sadhaka. Sri Ramakrishna has a meaning for sadhaka. How a sadhaka will be, what are his characteristics? Sadhaka, that the mere possession of wealth should create attachment is by no means true. Shambhu Malik used to say to Ridu, I have packed my things and I am ready for the journey. I said to him, God forbid, why do you say such ominous words? No, replied Shambhu, please bless me that I may cast aside all possessions and go to God. God's devotees have nothing to fear. They are His own. He always stands. Gandharvas, He always stands by them. Devotees. Well, who is there for devotees? God is there by their side always. Once Duryodhana and his brothers were imprisoned by Gandharvas. It was Yudhishthira who freed them. Yudhishthira said, if our relatives are pleased in such a plight, then it is our disgrace. Our own people are suffering and I am not caring for it, then it's a disgrace. If Yudhishthira who is freed from, it was Yudhishthira who freed them. Yudhishthira wasn't free. Yudhishthira said, if our relatives are placed in such a plight, then it is our disgrace. Yudhishthira, the enmity is being shown by Duryodhana. And they're as if they're dead opposites like that. But Pandavas, others have that tendency, tit for tat. But Yudhishthira belongs to a different class. He still feels, in spite of all his atrocities and wrongdoings, he feels, after all, he is my brother. A kalanka or a black mark on one of the persons of the community, it's a mark on the community, whole community. People may blame him, it's a blame for our whole, like nation. Any person doing something wrong, going and doing something wrong in some other country is a black mark for the India. Oh, these Indians behave like that. Like that, he doesn't want that anybody must be imprisoned and punished when others are there. So they have come to harm him, and he's trying to save their face. It was 9 o'clock. In the evening, the Mukherjee brothers were ready to return to Calcutta. The master left his seat and began to pace the room and the porch. He could hear the kirtan sung in the Vishnu temple. A devotee said that Harish and Latu were in the singing party. Sri Ramakrishna and the devotees went to Vishnu temple and saluted the deity. The Brahmins belonging to the staff of the temple garden and also the priests, the cooks and servants were singing the kirtan. All this whole staff joined together and singing the kirtan. He stood there a few minutes and encouraged the singers. On the way back to his room, he remarked to the devotees, "You see, some of them polish the metal utensils and some go to the houses of prostitution." The master returned. He's telling to the devotees, singer, they're all singing the name of, they're singing the name of God sitting in front of the shrine. But some are leading a legitimate life, some are leading an illegitimate life. The Mukherjee, one thing is, with all their defects or with all their virtues, they are worshipping Divine Mother. They are adoring Divine Mother. The night was dark. Mukherjee, brother, saluted the master. Carriage was ready. The master returned to his room and took his seat. Presently the singers came and bowed low before him. The master said to them, "One should perspire dancing and singing in the name of God. As people do earning money, it's an important part. You see, early morning, they leave for the job, come back late in the evening. I see here businessmen, morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock, they have left already home to open their shops. Again, whole day, sitting there, they take food in between, the customers waiting. And then last, after 12 hours, suppose 6 o'clock in the morning they go, by about 11, 10, they might return, or anyway, after 12 hours, 6 o'clock in the evening, they will close and come. So, how that constant, I used to see them continuously sitting and working in the shops and offices, non-stop. But 1 hour, half an hour, hours after hours, they are working with computer in the office. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, calmly they are not able to sit in the house and think of God. For the sake of money, how they toil. For getting eternal freedom, they are not interested. Oh, I don't have time, I don't have time. And you see, it is the busiest man who finds time. When a person is telling he doesn't have time to call on God, it means he is not interested in it. In spite of all work and activities, calling on God will go on if he is interested. That aspect is what Sri Krishna. Don't leave the work. If you can't do anything, the lowest thing you can do is singing the names and glories of God during the activities. Don't adore God amidst the duties of life, focusing your mind on God for short periods and make it a practice. For earning money, how people do, the same way you have to sing the names and glories of God. I had thought of joining you in the dancing, but I found that you did everything very well. You had flavored the curry with all the seasoning. What could I add? It will be nice if you sing devotional songs that way now and then. How is encouraging? Like praising a child and making them play. You had flavored. Mukherjee brothers saluted the master. Their carriage was ready near the veranda of the room. The master stood facing north. On his left was Ganges. In front of him were the Nabhad, the garden, and the Kuti. And to his right was the road leading to the gate. The night was dark. A devotee had brought a lantern to show the visitors their way. One by one, the devotees bowed and took dust of the master's feet. The carriage seemed too heavily loaded for the horses. Master said, "Are not there too many people in the carriage?" Horse carriages. The horses have to pull. Suppose one person is sitting, cart can be pulled by easily. Suppose two, the effort is double. Suppose 4 people are sitting. Suppose 8 people are sitting. How much strain, especially when the upper gradient comes, it has to pull, how it will be. Are not there many people in the carriage? Sri Ramakrishna remained standing as the carriage rolled away. The devotees looked back at the master's face beaming with compassion and love. This is what you see in almost all Ramakrishna traditions, or especially of those days, direct disciples. Anybody coming, Holy Mother, how she used to feel. Go to the street and see them off, the party, and come back. That compassionate face will be remembered after going also. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.